Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 2 in the Symphogear reaction series. Just straight off the bat, just a huge thanks for the support on the first episode. There's some passionate fans out there for Symphogear and yeah, this is really awesome. It's done really well on the first episode and I hope you guys stick around. As I do with all my series, I will now go through the comments and just see what you guys had to say about the last episode. Just kind of a look at any of the stuff that I missed or, any of the theories or talking points that you really thought were relevant out of the first episode. The first comment here is from Bamps. I am here to listen to your song. Now, I'm guessing this is a reference for stuff later, but yeah, it's nice to see a lot of passion about the series and that kind of thing. So thanks for the comment. Next comment here from Fruit. This is going to be a very fun time. I hope you enjoy this journey. Also for subrecs, I recommend that everybody uses the D-Truck subs. They do songs and translations generally the best. Noted, and will do so because it's in my kind of file set. One more edit, even though this doesn't really need to be said, the songs are important to character stuff, so if you can, keep those in mind. I guess it was really stupid of me to not read the lyrics for all the music. That's I've gone back and read the songs of the first episode now, and yeah, they kind of allude to a little bit of the stuff that's going on in the story. Because it is like a musical, right? Well, essentially, they're singing while fighting, which is very musical-esque. And musicals, the musical numbers are very important for the story. So me ignoring those was kind of a massive mistake. This will be rectified. I will read the song lyrics. And yeah, from the replies below, it seems like D Truck is the most popular subtitle set, so I'm going to be using that. Bamps comes through with some stopping point suggestions. 2, 3, 4 together, which can't happen today, unfortunately. So I'm going to do 2 today, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I will endeavor to do the last 3 together, but we'll see what happens. 3 just gets a lot when, I don't know, I'm doing lots of other episodes in the same week. Anyway, boring inside baseball stuff. Also, the comment there, you should set up a Discord. This has been in the works for a while. I'm very lazy and I don't really use Discord, so it's a little bit alien to me, but it is something in the works. I'm working towards it at some point. The next comment here by Questa. Welcome to the Sympho world. Happy to be here. And yeah, very excited to watch more Symphogear today. I'm going to say Fusel. Fusel has a couple of comments here. Since I am in the reaction, I don't know if I will notice later, but all the songs are on multiple streaming services since the end of September, for example, Spotify. Noted. That's really good because I keep kind of a playlist of weeb-esque music, and adding some Symphogear stuff to that would be pretty cool. The show does move quick at points. The first, second, and third were all expected to be the last season. Season 2 was confirmed on the concert for the first season. The third during the concert for the second one, and the fourth and fifth were during the concert for the third season. So only after the production of the fourth season that they knew another season was coming afterwards. This generally points to not very good content. You have to be able to plan your story a little bit, and thinking that every last season will be the last thing that you do isn't generally great for creating satisfying character arcs. But we'll see how they go here, because the show is pretty well regarded, so I'm imagining they overcome this in some way. But yeah, I like a quick show. I don't like to stand on ceremony too much. I like to get a bit of momentum, so this should be good. Simon with the next comment here. I don't have much to say. Have a nice ride? Fly? I don't know. This show is another one with dedicated fans who will watch with you to the end. Not really the way to get masses of subscribers, but that's alright. People who want masses make OP reactions and ongoings, and I am not really into it. But that's for you to decide. Well, I mean, I'm not against the channel getting popular. But yeah, I mean, I want to pick stuff that interests me, and Symphogear definitely interests me, from the outside looking in anyway. Again, yeah, if I wanted to be super mega popular, then yeah, I could do OP reactions and that kind of thing. The whole OP reaction thing's weird because so much of the why an OP is cool is all the context surrounding it during the actual show. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not closing the door on doing anything that's popular based. I'm eyeing Chainsaw Man on the channel, I think. So, but that's because I want to see it as well. I don't know. At the end of the day, if it's normie or if it's not normie, then I don't know. I just want to see what I want to say. Oh, Questa with another comment here as well. The songs are one of the plot key of all the season. Symphogear derived their power from the song, but you can see that soon. If you love seinen, trash, gloomy anime, it's the good anime. Thank you. But yeah, I'll definitely focus on the songs. Because, yeah, they seem inherently important both to outside context about the story and actual, like, power systems in the show, maybe? We'll see. M. Marsh with a comment here. Don't have much to say that the others haven't already said, but I thoroughly enjoyed the reaction and analysis. Excited for the next one. It's here. Thanks for the comment. The Chaos Gamer. Wow, so glad to see another person reacting to this. I really want to see your reaction to this wild ride, and I hope you love the series about magical singing lesbians. Again, I'm very excited as well, so this sounds really great. Like magical singing lesbians? Yeah, I'm all about that. That sounds sick. The next comment here by Rand's Happy Gaming Family. One of us, one of us. Sorry, had to. Anyway, I recommend paying attention to the combat lyrics. They are very relevant to the characters singing them. Yep. As far as shipping, there ironically isn't that much because relationships in the show are for the most part rather clear cut. Okay, so everyone kind of has their true fated pairing. That's cool. Symphogear has light speed pacing and ridiculous attention to detail. Even in the first season, with as little funding as they had, there are a ton of details and foreshadowing for what's to come. I hope you have fun. Oh, and in terms of VAs, TV Tropes has this show marked with the all-star cast trope, as most of them got their career jump-started by Symphogear. Hibiki in particular is voiced by Yuki Aoi, or Aoi Yuki, known for Madoka, Tanya the Evil, and so many more. I'd just be all day listing out her notable roles. Yeah, she is like everything. Let me get up Mal quickly. Yeah, I thought so. Very recently in Cyberpunk Edge Runners, she played a character and was absolutely fantastic in her role. So the absolute range on her too. She's amazing. The spider isekai as well. She did that. Amazing, amazing VO work. But thanks again for the comment. Bear801, yes, let's go. Can't help but agree. And Kion with the last comment here. First impression, it's Macross plus Evangelion, and I like this. Look forward to watch with you. Thank you, Kion. Hope Haruhi isn't doing too much to you. Anyway, I've written a quick recap of the first episode just to kind of get us back up to speed, or get myself back up to speed anyway, because you guys know what happens. The first episode begins with what I'm assuming to be Miku taking some flowers to the grave of her best friend Hibiki. She travels on a bus surrounded by destruction and pain. We flash back to 2 years ago when Hibiki is lining up for an idol show. She calls Miku but is unable to attend because of her family commitments. Hibiki then enters this show alone. We switch perspectives to two new characters in Kanade and Tsubasa, who are the idols performing at the show. Tsubasa is nervous and Kanade supports her before the show. They are then joined by Commander Genjiro, who says that the performance today is of the utmost importance. We later pan to a bunch of like sci-fi beams pointing towards a relic, and I think it's called the Nehushtan. So we'll see where that goes. Our idol show performed to rapturous applause. Whilst Hibiki is watching, she is enamored with the performance. However, after the roof opens and the beams start to go out of control, this causes a large explosion in the arena. This attracts the noise, who seem to be some kind of supernatural threat. This means our two idols have to transform to attempt to quell this threat. This is kind of sick, as they sing and fight at the same time and do like these sick special moves. It's pretty cool. However, the noise start to overwhelm in the fight, and this causes Hibiki to be caught in the crossfire, whilst being protected by Kanade. Kanade then starts singing a certain song which causes her to disintegrate but also take out all the other noise in the process. This is devastating for Tsubasa. Hibiki barely survives as we skip ahead to a more typical anime school setting where Hibiki and Miku attend. Hibiki is continuously trying to play hero, as it is revealed that she attended this school because Tsubasa went here too. Hibiki is also like a super fan of her music. Whilst this is happening, Tsubasa is continuing her triple life as a student, idol, and protector of the state. She, seems a lot colder and more calculating than before when she was with Kanade, like she's grown up a little bit in her absence. Hibiki decides to go buy one of Tsubasa's CDs from the store and is ambushed by the noise on arrival. She begins to flee with a child that she's decided to protect, continuing Kanade's kind of protection legacy, if that makes any sense. Hibiki gets surrounded by the noise and in a last-ditch effort decides to sing the song that Kanade sang at the idol show. Hibiki begins to transform. We flash over to the commander and Tsubasa, who are shocked to see a Gungnir reading on their radars, as this is kind of Kanade's reading on the radar. We end the episode as Hibiki is like super evil looking with like sharp teeth and stuff in her sci-fi suit. A few predictions just going forward into episode 2. A few answers to some mysteries we'll get, I think, like what is the commander and his team doing? What is the noise? Why does Hibiki have Kanade's power? All these things will kind of get explained, and that's when we'll kind of jump a little bit more into our story with a little bit more context. There'll be a meeting with Hibiki and Tsubasa around what happens. Hibiki may try to reveal some stuff that happened during the idol show. Mika will still be in the dark about some stuff, but I think that she'll be suspicious of Hibiki's actions. Anyway, we will see. Just before I jump into episode 2, we're going to do some chill stuff. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I can do to improve my presentation, comment below. And I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you would like me to follow you back. Rightio, just going to jump into episode 2 of Symphogear. Rightio, got episode 2 up here ready to go. Let me pop that up on screen. 23 minutes and 45 seconds on this episode, and yeah, we're just going to jump right in, I think. There will be a picture-in-picture version down below, and I'm using the D-Truck subs. So, please be excited. Yeah, I'm just going to jump right in. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Bit loud. Okay, the music's sick. Okay. It's a pseudonym waveform. Yeah. Hello? Oh, it's an opening. I forgot that this show would have an opening. Okay, this looks sick. Okay, this is awesome. I see, and that's kind of my image that I'm using for my thumbnail. Okay. I feel like I've heard this song. Oh my god, the drums. Is Tsubasa singing this OP? Yeah, the music is kind of insane. Yeah, that's pretty obvious stuff, I think. Okay. Like, the way it's produced is just, like, full noise, all times. Yeah, right. Oh my god. Okay, no more sharp teeth? I agree. Yeah, me neither, but it's cool. So it seems to be kind of a power that kind of manifests on its own, if I can speak. Like, she has no, like, control over it, if that makes any sense. Like, it's more natural than, like, really thought about. Okay. I'm trying to think of an equivalent to the power system where they're not really aware of what's going on. No, that's wrong. Like, they suddenly have a power. Yes, Tsubasa. Oh shit, she's sick. Oh god. Don't space out. Is this somebody else? No, Tsubasa's still here. Just her sword's really big now. Yeah, it seems like you've done this a few times. And yeah, Hibiki's super into it. Cool. They're like vacuuming up the dust. There you go, we saved the kid though. Thank you, woman. No, not the drink. There's no way. Yeah, she's way different to before. Yeah. That's nice. Is this like an NDA? Okay. So that was another one of my questions. Like, do people like does the general like public know about the noise? Yeah, a lot of legal stuff. Oh, hello. Hello, Man in Black. Yeah, you're obviously a villain. But I've got homework. There's actually a. Is it under the school? That's kind of sick. Central Wing. Are we going deep underground or something? Yes. Oh, many floors. Smiles won't help you. Ooh. Yeah, it is like this ancient kind of vibe to it all too. Smiles have no place where we're going. The Guardians of Mankind. Great. Yeah, but it'll look a bit suspect. That's not creepy at all. Yeah, this can be probably a little bit infuriating for Tsubasa, I think. Ogawa. Okay. Hello, Genjuro. I like her. Like a lot. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna be a. I don't know what we're calling them. Symphogear? Is that what they're called? A protector of mankind? Okay. Don't be weird challenge. Failed. Yeah, when does she sleep now? She was old enough, says Japanese Prime Minister? Ayo. Okay, so the public does know about the noise then. Do they not know about uh do they not know about the kind of transformations and the suits and that kind of thing? Metro music. She must be busy, honestly. Does Tsubasa sleep? Oh, now they're turning away from each other, in contrast to the last episode. Because she's hiding a secret. Just two mates, just two friends. Really good friends. Hmm. I don't know why I didn't notice it last episode. Her VA works really good. Oh, no, she fell asleep. Can't say anything. Good night. Is this that classic, like, hard shower? Like I'm thinking about some shit? Yeah. Classic trope. Love it. Ooh, flashback. So different to now, huh? Hmm. Of course you'd feel that way. It's only natural. Oh, Biki. Who are all these characters? They've actually got designs. Are they important? Ha ha ha. Miku's just so sad. You think? Hello, Subasa? Yeah. Material witness. And down we go again. Perfect. Is that a reused shot? Love it. What about the teeth? It didn't seem like it had a good connotation last episode. Yeah, I'd like to hear about it too. Ame no habakiri? Ame no habakiri. Huh. Oh, interesting. Okay. And that's when she started to perform. Okay. Like, started to be able to use the powers. Okay, the Symphogear. Perfect. Attuned. I think I do, thanks. I think I picked it up pretty well. Okay, you're smart. Got it. It's implanted inside of you. Yeah. This is what I got last episode. Literally singing from her heart. Alright. Great. Masaka. But yeah, it's pretty fair that she'll be feeling that way. Especially how close she was with Kanade. Hmm. But why? Do the noise know? Hmm. He's got big arms. On that Spider-Man shit. Don't let him touch you. Well, yeah. I was about to say, it looked like they were cutting them down pretty well. The background music here is quite nice as well. I don't really have a choice in the matter. Ah, help people, huh? Not that easy though. Ooh, are we going to get a fight before the end of the episode? Oh, they're very close. What is 200 units? Whatever that unit is, maybe meters? Oh, so you're going to throw yourself into the fray, are you? Nichijo. Hmm. Interesting. What did you mean by that? What do you mean by twisted? Oh, yep, they got some people, all right. Oh, and they can combine. Great. So get a bit of a unique-ish enemy for this particular fight. Amano Habakiri. Oh, not quite Hibiki. Oh, hang on. Loves that blue flash ability. Yeah, I think you got it. Good old-fashioned mushroom cloud. Okay, Hibiki seemed to help. Good. Hmm. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. I thought it was a little late in the episode to do a full fight. And we've got an ED here as well. Yeah, that episode was about what I thought it would be as well. Just got a bit more context around what was actually going on. Oh, God. There's some Madoka vibes down the bottom here. Hmm. Like throughout history? Is that maybe what we're getting at here? All about the flower petals. They're like roses. Yeah, right. Cool. Righty, let's jump into a little bit of analysis on that episode. Yeah, that was a pretty great little episode. I quite enjoyed that. Mostly from a character perspective, I'm really warming to Hibiki as a protagonist. I'm really about these protagonists that are all about actually saving people. That's a huge thing for me. Like true good, you know what I mean? None of this wishy-washy stuff where I need a bunch of development before I can do that. I like strong, I'm going to do it. I'm gung ho about saving people. That's what I really like. Other than that, we got to see another side of a couple characters as well. We got to see a less serious side of both Genjiro and Ryoko, kind of our two, I guess, leads within the kind of, I guess they call it the disaster support kind of branch of the Japanese government. So yeah, we got to see another side of those characters, along with some other stuff with Tsubasa, just delving a little bit deeper into her angst about the whole situation. And yeah, clearly a transitional episode, but nonetheless enjoyable. Can't wait for next week. Either way, I'm going to pop that up on screen. Just going to go in through a little bit of detail and, talk about what I want to talk about. I might have a reread of the songs as well and kind of give my thoughts on what I thought about the songs and the lyrics thereof, if that makes any sense. I've also got an opening and an ending to look at as well, so I'll have a read there. So right off the bat, we've got Gungnir as a word. I'm pretty sure that's Norse mythology. We've also got the Orfwaffen waveform or something. What did it say exactly? Orfwachen, but you don't say the chen. It's like ken, I think, which I'm guessing is German. So there's a mix of different cultures here. This is kind of, I'm trying to piece together this whole relic thing, right? It seems to be in various locations in ancient history across the world have these kind of things associated with them. So maybe the one that Subasa has, I don't know. I'll remember the name later. But does that have something to do with then her special moves being Japanese based? Does that make any sense? If you catch my drift? But then wouldn't Hibiki's need to be Norse based? It's unclear. Either way, we jump straight into an opening here, so I'm just going to have a quick look at it and kind of give my thoughts right at the end, unless there's anything I really want to pause on. Well, there's kind of some talk about Valkyries later on as well, and she sprouts wings here much like a Valkyrie, so I'm wondering if that's another connection, because Valkyries are Norse as well, I think. See a lot of lightning, a lot of waveforms, that kind of thing. Then what is this text? Meteoroid falling, burning, and disappear then. Okay. Extremely Japanese English. We see Tsubasa's VA kind of singing here as well, which is interesting. I'm wondering if the OP lyrics are from her perspective. Yeah, ever since we were born, we looked for our meeting. And then, yeah, this is pretty loaded imagery here, I think. With these two back to back, and then Tsubasa still gazing at the kind of the specter of Kanade. I'm imagining, yeah, more and more that this is from Tsubasa's point of view. And then we end on the line, the song of life we sing together blast through the heavens. Again, probably another reference to Kanade. Cool, then we start into the episode proper. So this is back where we ended off. And Hibiki doesn't have the big teeth or any of the kind of bad stuff going on that we saw before. The end of episode 1 really implied that this was kind of really painful and potentially something bad. So I'm wondering if that'll come back later, if we're going to have another discussion about that and the, I guess, ethics of the entire situation. Because, I mean, they are technically sending teenagers into battle for them. I wonder if they're self-aware enough to look at that from an ethical perspective. I don't know. Either way, this child is really impressed with Hibiki, and then Hibiki randomly starts singing, and she doesn't know why. We later learn that this is kind of a almost natural thing. It's akin to, in Spider-Man, this is the second Spider-Man reference today, where Peter Parker, will randomly get super good at stuff after the spider stuff starts, I'm thinking the Raimi movie starts to manifest itself. He gets bitten, and then yeah, so he'll start to climb up walls. He'll be really good at catching stuff. He'll have really good reflexes. His body will be improved. It's kind of like that. It's without much effort. She now knows how to use these powers. If that makes any sense, it's inherited in a way, right? Again, I'm just reading the lyrics to this song here. It's pretty broad stuff about saving a bunch of people and acting as one kind of humanity going forward, if that makes any sense. Kind of really about helping people and uniting. Got those kind of lyrics. And then there's this line here that I highlighted. I found it the place where my heart belongs. So heart, obviously in reference to Hibiki's heart. And yeah, she feels that this is where she can put her talent for saving people to its best kind of use. And yeah, that's obviously loaded with a bunch of stuff that it's, part of her emotional makeup represented by the heart. Some pretty classic, good, evil stuff going on right now, where we kind of see Tsubasa as somewhere in between, a little bit more jaded by the whole affair. Interesting dichotomy. Not exactly unique, but still fairly interesting. Fundamentals right. That's all we want. So Tsubasa shows up now. She's kind of cosplaying Evangelion. Misaki? Is that her name? At the moment, she's got the jacket, kind of go with it. I don't know, I don't mind the look, the kind of thigh-high boots too. Shoosh. And yeah, this is where Tsubasa kind of transforms and takes control of the situation, kind of murders everybody inside. And it's Ame no Habakiri when she transforms, yeah. Ame no Habakiri. Is that yeah, that's the name of her relic, correct? And this is where Tsubasa's kind of singing about just her sword, and she thinks it's really cool and powerful and will help her save a bunch of people. And yes, Tsubasa kind of falls from the sky here, stabbing her giant sword into the adversary. I didn't know it could get that big, but anyway. Yeah, just in general, what I'll say about the music is it's definitely you crank it to 11 every single time. There's not really a slow build up to anything. That kind of just jump right into whatever it is. It's going to take some getting used to, but I don't mind the compositions. I think they're actually quite cool. And yeah, I praised the background music during the episode as well. Yeah, just you know, pretty good on the old headphones, I think. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It seems after a certain period of time, Hibiki will transform back into normal Hibiki. And as a result, we see the dropped hot chocolate, which is definitely the most tragic death we've seen in the series so far. And yeah, nice little bit of symbolism here. Literally caught by Tsubasa, kind of the master, the rookie. You know, you're the green one. We're going to help you out in this situation. At least get you back on your feet. Explain what's going on. But yeah, Tsubasa kind of at this point doesn't even want to face what she's seeing another person use her beloved Kanade's powers and this kind of thing. Brings up some bad old memories about what happened. Right? Still hurts. Hence why she starts this kind of episode a little bit aloof. I don't know if aloof's the right word. Purposely uncaring, just trying to be very business about things, and then slowly starts to reveal some more stuff, kind of coalescing with a bit of a breakdown later on, and then jump into post fight where the two are going to clash. So she's processing this at the moment. She's going through some stuff. I don't believe that either of these characters are going to be forever locking horns. They've definitely got some baggage they need to overcome, though. I do feel sorry for Hibiki in all of this, though. Imagine meeting your idol and then she's, not interested in you due to some baggage that happened previous. And again, Hibiki's doing all the right things here. It's just unfortunate circumstances all around. But probably Subasa's putting this kind of weight on Hibiki that she doesn't really deserve and should probably instead point this attention towards the greater threat in the noise. Or even the commander for putting them in such a situation. I thought this is pretty funny. They immediately hit the child with an NDA. So yeah, what I think is the general public knows about the noise. They know the government deals with the noise, but they don't really know about the Symphogears as such. Anyway, they handcuff Hibiki, and there's a bunch of men in black, and they're going to take her to their secret facility, which is at the school, which is a bit strange. I guess they just set it up around where Tsubasa would be naturally. That makes sense to me. Or maybe the whole school's in on it. Again, unclear. They say it's like the teacher's wing, right? So maybe all the teachers at school are in on it. They reused this kind of elevator gag twice to pretty good comedic effect. Again, it's meant to demonstrate that, she's a fish out of water. She's kind of a stranger in a strange land in a way, right? She's, surprised by everything everybody else finds normal. Pretty classic protagonist stuff. I like this line here. Smiles won't help you. Smiles have no place where we're going. Again, Tsubasa's projecting a little bit. We see the flashback later where she has a big goofy smile on her face, kind of due to Kanade's actions in that situation. Again, this is immediately contrasted by the scene immediately after to pretty funny comedic effect. I found this pretty funny. But back to this shot here. I want to talk about this because this is kind of to do with the relic situation that's going on. It seems to be encompassing a bunch of different cultures. I originally thought that it was mainly kind of your Incan, South American, what's the word, ancient alien-esque stuff, but it seems like there's a bunch of stuff all over the globe that they're using, so I guess that opens up the space for a bunch of different Symphogears as the series goes on, with a bunch of different characters using kind of different relics to manifest their powers. I'm a big fan of Sakurai Ryoko. I think she's really cool. Bubbly, big Genki, pretty funny. Yeah, one of my favorites so far anyway. Probably her and Hibiki. This here. I like that. I said it earlier as well. I really like Hibiki's VA work. Again, we were talking about Aoi Yuki in before the episode, and yeah, her range is insane. And she plays this character to a T pretty well. Yeah, it's really great. Appropriately kind of idealistic. Green, in over her head, but still wants to do the right thing. It's nice. Tsubasa still isn't buying this whole act that Hibiki's putting on, still pretty cynical about the whole thing. Here comes one of the other major plot points of the episode. Firstly, don't tell anyone about what happened here. And then Ryoko says something else, but we're not going to go into it. But yeah, this is important, right? Considering her relationship with Miku. We don't really talk about her family, so I'm wondering what that's about. So it's like, don't tell any family or friends about what happened here. And the one she really struggles with is Miku, because of their really close relationship. I don't know what this is about. She was old enough, says Japanese Prime Minister. The news headlines and stuff in this couple episodes have been pretty interesting, so I might keep an eye on them. I don't really know how this is relevant. I guess they're pushing kind of Tsubasa's music a little more internationally, which again, how does she have the time for all of this? To do school, to be an idol, and to protect the kind of state? It's anime. It is what it is. I'm going to talk about the dynamics of these two in bed. For a start, again, yeah, they're just really good friends, guys. There's nothing going on here. But then on top of that, let's talk a little bit about the way they're facing. So right now, Hibiki's hiding things from Miku. So she's facing away, struggling to sleep, kind of racking her brain with kind of the conditions that have been put on her. I'm guessing that in the past that she's always confided in Miku about a bunch of different stuff, and this is foreign to her. Miku likewise was thinking about how worried she was about Hibiki, and is still facing away from Hibiki, right? There's a theme emerging about lending people their warmth as well. Hibiki said that to the little girl during her song as well. Kohinata Miku is the sunshine that warms me up. I'm drawn to your side, it's the warmest spot I know. And here we see our dynamic change slightly. Hibiki is now being honest with Miku, while still keeping the secret, of course, but has turned to her more natural feelings. She is now facing internally. And just as Miku is about to be honest, she turns inward and Hibiki is already asleep. I'm guessing there would be something akin to, I really like you, or something like that she was going to say. I don't know, something deep within. She seemed a little bit embarrassed at the prospect. We kind of immediately contrast that scene with kind of Tsubasa looking distraught in the shower here. Kind of this really classic, like, I'm letting the water wash over me, but none of it's rubbing off. I'm really serious. I've got both hands on the thing. I'm thinking about some shit. I don't know where I've seen this recently, but I've seen it somewhere recently. It's a trope. It's, pretty good one, but yeah, still. While Tsubasa's in the shower, she's kind of thinking about her past encounters with Kanade. There's kind of old adventures they used to go on that now are no longer here due to her self-sacrifice. There's nothing to fear as long as we're together. I think this is what she said last episode before the idol show as well. And yeah, this is the clearest kind of contradiction we've seen so far. Smiles have no place here. Well, they used to. In fact, this is a face we see probably by Hibiki a lot during this whole thing as well. I think the progression for Tsubasa will be kind of taking Kanade's place and teaching somebody that's a little bit green what to do, right? I think that's the progression we're going for. Or maybe we'll do something else, I don't really know. I think these three girls were in the opening, potentially. And they have more design than true background characters, like, let me get them, like these characters here. So I'm guessing they persist, and they kind of invite Hibiki out to do something, but she has to deny it. Just because she probably has a meeting. I think that's what happens. She has a meeting down below. And Miku is concerned at the prospect as well. Yeah, concerned Miku. Hibiki did a medical yesterday, and they're kind of revealing the results here. And yeah, Hibiki is saying what the audience is saying here. Please explain that power to me. And we get a bit of an explanation. Tsubasa is the bearer of the first relic, Ame no Habakiri. They were created by heretics in ancient times, but are more technologically advanced than what we have now. Sounds like some ancient alien stuff to me. All that can amplify and free the sliver of power left in these fragments are waves of a specific amplitude, basically songs. So then, yeah, we have a kind of power system. You have a relic, you sing to said relic, and then you transform, and it kind of activates the power hidden within these relics. And yeah, that's kind of what Hibiki did in episode 1. She was at her last straw and thought, hey, I'm going to sing. And then, lo and behold, Tsubasa kind of bursts out here a little bit, like, I can't believe what's happening. I think a little bit of this is also like you're not taking this seriously enough. People die in this kind of thing. These kind of really idealistic views of what's going on aren't really congruous with what I'm seeing at the moment. Like, I see this as kind of a curse that I'm cursed to do this. I'm cursed with power, cursed with knowledge. And I'm trapped in a cycle of needing to do this kind of stuff. And you're taking it so frivolously. You're thinking you're a superhero. No, this is more serious than that. Again, not reinventing the wheel, but pretty cool. There's a lot you can take from a little so far, and I'm wondering if we're going to expand upon that further in further episodes. But I don't have a relic, so why? There's actually a bit of relic inside your heart right now. It's from Kanade, and yeah, that was what we saw last episode when that little bit of debris hit Hibiki's heart. And yeah, this is what really sends Tsubasa over the edge a little bit, right? Is you're literally stealing the power of my kind of mentor, the person I cared about the most. You're an imposter in that regard, right? If it wasn't for her self sacrifice and that happening, you wouldn't be here. This is all bringing up bad memories, blah, 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 blah. Extremely understandable. Think of it as her farewell present. Probably not a line I would have said. Hibiki then asks the question that's on her mind regarding her relationship with Miku. Do I really have to not tell anybody? If others found out that you have the ability to summon a Symphogear, they would be put in grave danger. I don't know why, maybe the noise would know something, and the noise would come after them specifically. We don't know. But it's for their protection that she doesn't tell them that. Here, Genjiro has the line, can you keep them safe? Kind of talking a little bit to Hibiki's view on the world. So you are helping them by not telling them. This is going to be a conflict, right? Between her old self of confiding everything in Miku, and now she has to hide secrets for Miku's kind of, safety. Interesting conflict going forward, I think. This is where Genjiro kind of formally asks her, hey, do you want to really be part of our crew? I can help people with this power, right? That's the first thing on her mind. Then I'll do it. We see the determination in the eyes. So Tsubasa, still devastated, Hibiki comes up and says, I'll fight. Look at this dumb smile on her face. Like, of course Tsubasa isn't going to respond well to this. Hibiki puts out the hand, Tsubasa doesn't respond. And then they're called into action. There is some noise within 200 units of the school. I don't know what a unit is, but sure. So Hibiki, without any formal combat training or experience in these such scenarios, runs into the fray. I think that a girl who volunteers for the front lines just to help someone is twisted, but twisted in the same way that Ryoko and Genjiro are. This perhaps implying that she's perfect for the job. Again, the conflict clearly here is the difference between Tsubasa's view of it all, which is, this is dangerous, why are you doing this? I'm just going to have to keep helping saving you, you're a nuisance, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to go through the same feelings I felt last time when I lost somebody else, especially somebody with a very similar set of powers. Compared with Hibiki's, which is, I just want to help, helping people's the best, inspired by Kanade herself. It's a fair bit of depth going on here, if you just read into it a little bit more. They're on an open highway here where Tsubasa is going to fight a bunch of noise. All the noise then combines into one large kind of blob noise. It looks kind of like a whale or something. She's kind of magical girl transforms here. There's a bunch of words in the background too, which I'm not really sure what they are. There's Gungnir, so maybe these are all relics or something. Pain, go back whence you came. Again, really focusing on the weapon. Pain, go back whence you came and leave us, as Hibiki then approaches. Obviously, this is painful for Tsubasa. She doesn't want Hibiki to be involved. Nice bit of direct contrast between this face and this face. One happy to be helping, one pained at the experience. Sorry, I know I'm probably slowing you down right now, but I'll do my best. So please let me fight with you. You're right, you and I should fight. As she puts her sword up to Hibiki. And this is our lead into the next one, right? Kind of the boiling point of all the angst that Tsubasa's been feeling up to this point, where Hibiki hasn't really had a great knowledge base for what she's been doing this whole time. How she's been annoying Tsubasa. So we'll see what the end of this conflict is. I'm wondering if it's the end of episode 3 or 4. Or maybe it persists through the entire series, I don't know. Either way, we've got an ED to have a quick look at. So picture frames of kind of these almost ancient Roman statues, something like that, maybe. No, maybe they're a little bit more Renaissance, especially with the flowers and stuff. Again, like historical relics. That's kind of what we're talking about, and don't really know what the flowers are about, but sure. Either way, down in the bottom corner, that's very kind of the Madoka Magica ED. Wait, who is walking here as well? Am I dumb? Who's walking? Is that Hibiki? No, it isn't. That's definitely not what Hibiki looks like. Yeah, she's got shorter hair. Is this just a general kind of look at any character? Like it could be any of the Symphogears? We've got two characters, one without its head, holding hands. Flowers, funeral. Miku, Hibiki? Maybe? Will an end to these sad days come at last? We kind of end with this shot here, kind of reaching up to the shooting stars. And then, yeah, a direct kind of parallel to one of the girls transforming, I think. Yeah, weird. I don't really know what the ED is about, but it's pretty cool looking. See, that was another pretty good episode. Really enjoyed it. Kind of leading into a larger conflict going forward. The character work so far has been pretty good. Like the VA stuff. The music's growing on me. Even if it is, yeah, you crank it to 11 every single time. You know, pretty standard anime fare at the moment, kind of in the kind of production department, but, you know, it is what it is. There's some pretty impressive moments, there's some not so great moments. We take the good with the bad. And yeah, probably going to do 2 episodes next week, so look forward to that. Just before I leave, just going to do my shill stuff one more time. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation, comment below. And I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you would like me to follow you back. Rightio, thank you very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you again next week. Rightio, I'll see you later. Bye.